So I chose to participate in RMP because it allows you to go out and research the things that you want to research. I was actually called in for an interview when I first started the program to talk to Lena Kim, who's the director of the program. I could tell right off the bat that these people are serious about research and serious about learning, and that's one of the main reasons that I chose RMP. My project was how mercenaries affect political and reputational risks. I had two case studies. One was in Africa with the World Wildlife Foundation and how they were hiring mercenaries to protect endangered animals, which ended up backfiring on them and endangering the lives of native peoples there. And then my second case study was Blackwater in Iraq, and particularly the Nasser shooting, and how America actually took a lot of political and reputational damage because they allowed that to happen. I really enjoyed being able to talk to my professors and my mentor on a really friendly level, because at a lot of colleges you kind of hear that it's very professional and you develop professional relationships with your teachers, but you don't really develop friendships. And I actually developed a really close relationship with Lena Kim, with Daniel, who was my mentor, with my professor Eve. And I think that's something that's really unique to UCSB, just because you get to have this really hands-on personal experience, and I think that's really conducive to learning and really understanding, because you're not afraid to ask questions. So a moment that stood out to me during the program was actually the presentations at the end. It's really great to see all of the other projects. All of them are interesting just because everybody becomes so passionate about what they're researching. It's really amazing to see. RMP is important to me because it showed me a whole nother world, this academic world, where it wasn't just limiting me to what somebody has told me and then spouting back the information for a test. It was really, I'm going to put in the effort and I'm going to see that effort come to fruition. Because I put in that effort, I get so much out of it. I had never heard about RMP before I actually researched summer programs, and when I found it, I was like, this is perfect because it actually allows you to go out and conduct your own research about the things that you're interested in. I definitely would recommend it to my peers, but it's definitely for a very specific kind of student, the kind of student who wants to broaden their horizons, who wants to learn for the sake of learning. My advice to future RMP students is to really think about the projects that you're given. Actually pay attention to every single project, not just the ones that say molecular biology or physics or what have you. Actually look at every single one and decide based on your own interests what you want to do. I did a science project the first year I was in RMP and a humanities project the second, and both were incredibly interesting and incredibly enlightening. And if I had done a science project both years I was in the program, I wouldn't have learned half as much as doing two completely different projects.